The 925.
Come here, Toots. 925.
Poppy, that's Joni, but I'm attending for my sister because she can't come.
Oh, Joni, it's so great to see you.
Sorry. Yeah, I don't even have a pet, but my sister is down at the orphanage working with the kids, and she can't get home to be with her pets. So I thought I would be proxy for her.
Okay. Yeah, I've talked to your sister before. I've never done a real session though.
Yeah. She's crazy busy with the orphanage stuff, so she's trying to do a million things.
What orphanage?
It's called why am I blanking? Casa Hogar Elim, and it's in Nuevo Laredo.
That's so amazing.
Yeah, she used to go down there to just volunteer, and she just fell in love with all the kids, and they sold everything and moved down.
That's incredible.
So yeah, crazy stuff.
So what's that dog's name is?
She's got, oh goodness, Jackson is one of them. Now I gotta remember the other one.
The one with the seizures.
Jackson.
Lulu, come here.
Yes, Jackson has the seizures. Yeah.
Come here.
Okay. And then Joni, I think, are you the one that left that comment about adding a friend? Go ahead and send them an invite to the group, and I'll approve it right away so they can hop
I think I already did.
Oh, you did? Okay, let me make sure I approve that. And so for everyone here watching that's not on the Zoom, but on the Facebook group live, we have Poppy here. So if you've logged into your membership portal, the Layer 5 content is available already, and you can see her video where she talks about pets and your environment and kind of the link between the two, and how to protect your pets, but also your home environment from toxins. And so what we're doing today is a very special pet prayer where we're just showing love to all the creatures of the earth that God has put us here to interact with. So I'm gonna let Poppy take it away, but before I do, I want to introduce y'all to my little Tootsie. Tootsie, look at the camera. She's a little camera shy, so I think how about everyone just say your pet names before we start, just so we can get to know the other little cuddly half that you have next to you. So I see Joy in the queue, and then Cian, and I don't think Joni has pets, but if you have pets you want to name, go for it. So Joy, let's meet your little cuddly creature.
This is Louie, and he's a dachshund, and his sister Lulu is around here too. They're 8 years old. And we also have Callie is our cat, and she's right here that she might wander over in a minute or two.
Okay, I'm writing these down.
Okay, so we have Cian.
Cian, what's your dog's name?
Petey. Petey's a pit bull. She's a pit bull rescue.
And she's a she, right?
Yeah, Peter is a she.
Hi, Petey. There she is.
And my Tootsie's a she too.
Louie's a boy.
Poppy, since I don't see Sage yet, her dog is Luna, and she's been having some stomach issues and some bleeding, and she's trying to figure it out. So any prayers you could say for Luna would be amazing.
Okay, I will definitely do that.
And then
anybody in the Facebook page?
I see Kim Pierce. Hi, Kim. She has Ava and Sophia. And I see Gail. Gail, what's your pet's name? Come join us in the Zoom.
And some bleeding, and she's trying to figure it out. So any prayers you could say for Luna would be amazing.
Oh,
okay.
There's an echo. Is that me?
Let me turn that off.
And I'm trying to, okay, there's Gail. Sophia, severe separation anxiety, completely deaf and blind. Oh, okay. And almost blind. All right.
And then
anybody else out there in Facebook land that wants their pet prayed for? Are we
Gail has Tabitha or Tabitha. The cat, her cat. And then, I see Gail admit she can introduce her cat, and my dad's dog, Taja, has trouble hearing. So I'll throw Taja in too.
How do you spell Taja? T-A-J-A?
Uh-huh. Okay,
See,
Gail, be in.
I'm totally smitten with Cian's dog.
I know. So cute. Poppy, Louie has allergy issues that we've been struggling with.
Okay.
Yeah, and Petey needs prayer for anxiety separation. She was in the kit, or they rescued her out probably after about 10 months of being in the
Yeah.
in the
You know,
kennel.
my dog.
Okay. Gail, you have Tabitha the cat?
Yeah, her name is Tabata.
Tabata.
Yeah, I saw her in your
A-B-A-T-A?
Yes.
Okay. And any requests on that?
I can't put my finger on it. I just have some concerns sometimes because sometimes she's really playful and happy. And other times she sleeps a lot. She's about 7 years old. And so that's why I'm really interested to hear your interview.
Okay. We might have some depression in there. Somebody's microwaving. No microwaving. That's for you.
I was on mute.
I'm busting you on the microwave.
We didn't mention that in the layers.
we never
Never eat. That's not plant-based whole food. I learned so much listening to The Biggest Loser couple. Have depression
Oh, I
in
have
there.
to listen.
So I'm vegan. I don't eat Oreos, of course, but I guess I'm more on the plant-based vegan. I didn't realize there was a big difference, but yes, vegans can be aggressive. So I'm claiming plant-based now. Absolutely. Okay, we got Robin and Peaches, and Robin and Peaches has a heart in her little.
Oh, I have to listen.
Oh, we lost her.
Oh, did we lose her?
Oh, there you are.
Yeah.
Robin, what's your dog's name?
Peaches.
That's
She's
Peaches.
very tiny Australian Shepherd. And now she's
Oh.
wondering where the person, well, she looked straight at the screen saying there's a person coming through that screen. I hear them.
So she's a mini Aussie.
That's right.
His cat
She's
is
12
very
years
polite.
old. She came at 2 years and she's my little service dog. She
Oh.
trained herself to be a service dog. And then I finished up the public access training.
Do you have any special requests for Peaches?
From Peaches. Then I figure out, she'd like me to figure out what's causing all of her itching
Okay.
and how to solve it. I'm
Okay. That's a big
multiple
deal.
angles. Yeah, she'd be happier.
Okay. All right. We got Annie. Annie? Do you have a pet, Annie? Oh, there's a cat. She's so cute. This is adorable.
Like a
So
play date.
I'm trying to share the watch party out to my friends, and I can't. I can only share it in the group.
I wonder if I can share it on mine. Whoops, I need to turn off my sound though.
Oh, so Gail is waiting in the Zoom room.
Gail's right there.
She's here now. Yeah. She was at one point in time.
Gail is on
She's no
hold.
longer banished. I accidentally banned her in the first this morning meeting. I'm sorry.
There's my cat before she jumps out of my arms.
Is she in here? I don't see her.
Oh my gosh, it's so cute.
Yes.
Okay, let's start this.
You're grooming.
All right,
them.
Heavenly Father, we thank you for your animals. You made them before you even made us. You made them with a purpose, and Jesus Christ's image was represented as an animal, as a sacrificial lamb. There's so many things that represent animals in the kingdom. So initial creation, the Garden of Eden, the animals surrounded Jesus at birth. They were the only ones worthy of his birth, Lord. And I know you made them with a divine purpose. We are so grateful to have our companion pets. And I feel like some of them are like unconditional love, little images of Jesus. Lord, Jesus comes back riding horses back from in Revelation. So we know there's animals in heaven. And we are grateful that you love these pets. And we want to do honor to them. It's a command that you ask us to take care of your pets. So we are all praying for these pets. And we want to pray for Louie and Lulu. Louie has skin allergies, right? And there's a couple other allergies. We've got Peaches with allergies, and we have somebody else with allergies. Petey has anxiety separation, Lord. God bless our pets, because they are just always so stressed out from being rescues, for our erratic nature, Lord. Here we've been locked down at home and home with our pets, but then we're going to go back to work, and that's going to be really hard for them to integrate into a quieter lifestyle now that they're a little more addicted to us being home, or used to us being home for this duration. So please help our pets acclimate when the lockdown is no longer needed. We also want to pray for Luna's stomach issues, Ava and Sophia. Gail, I'm gonna mess up your cat's name. Tabata? Tabata, Taja, Tootsie, and Jackson, Lord. And if you have any insight regarding these animals, please let us know what your holy heart is for them, in Jesus' name. So I'm going to come to Peaches first. I think Peaches takes your responsibility and your well-being to a really high level. I think your dog tries so hard to serve you that it's almost a little stressful. Plus she's an Aussie, and Aussies are really sensitive, mini Aussies. So she is always aware of her environment. I think you bought her a new toy lately. Did you just get her a new toy? She loves that new toy. So she thanks you. You always spoil her, and she feels like you spend more money on her than yourself. So yeah, so thank you for that. She's really, really grateful. And but the itching, I feel like there's several things. I feel like there's an environmental factor that's causing, like there's something she's breathing in, and it might be a product that you're using on yourself. So pay attention to products. Remember, indoor air pollution is a really big deal to your pets. Your pets are really low to the ground, so watch what you're cleaning. I don't think it's actually a cleaning solution. I do feel like it's something in the air. So if you're doing maybe essential oil diffusion or candles, fragrances, there's something else I'm not understanding. Lord, what is it? Help us understand. She says she used to brush her more. Is that true? You gotta unmute. Can I unmute?
When her skin got more sensitive, I backed off, and I've started back in with a people comb instead of one of these. I'm using one of these now and trying to be very gentle.
Okay. You can use a little bit of like a apple cider vinegar water combo and just spray it on her and brush through it, and it will give her a movie star dog coat. Plus it'll help the itching. So what else is causing her itching? What is your diet for her?
Mine? Hers. I just switched it to in January, switched it to it's an IAMS. It's not IAMS. it's one of the big name, like Purina ones is for senior with all the good stuff for mentality and aging.
So she might be a little sensitive to the carbohydrate load in that.
Oh, okay.
By law, the FDA does not make pet foods claim carbohydrates. So you'll notice on the back of your dog food label, it goes protein, fiber, ash, moisture. And so it's all on a percentage of 100.
Yes.
And you just add those up, subtract it by 100, and you'll find out the carbohydrate in there. So there's a ton of carbs in most kibble that dogs don't really need. They're just fillers. It's just to save money on your...
I had dropped the protein level on the advice of a vet because they said she didn't need as much protein at age 12. And I figured that went more carb because it had to have something to satisfy her.
So carbs break into sugars, and carbohydrates, we're linking back to possible cancer. 1 out of every 2 dogs that is over 10 years old will get cancer right now. So cutting your carbs is healthier. Add more vegetables and fresh foods. So just all the speakers, listening to all the speakers, it's almost exactly the same as what you should do for your pet. It's really amazing. So fresh foods are best foods. I'm a big raw feeder. I'm a big fan of raw feeding. So I think stress can induce allergies, diet, environmental toxins, endocrine disruptors, but also vaccines. I think vaccines can launch the body into an autoimmune issue where the body actually starts attacking itself. So you could do a detox with bentonite clay.
With which? Bentonite clay?
Yeah.
Okay.
So you can flush her with bentonite, mix it in water, pour it over food, and have her eat that, or put it in her water bowl, but make sure it's not a metal water bowl because bentonite's a heavy metal.
Right.
Yeah, it pulls heavy metal. Yes. So she's small, so you probably just want to use like half a teaspoon a day in her water bowl.
Okay.
And she may have to go to the bathroom more. So just FYI, she might be bolting for the door, so keep an eye on that. Okay.
I can add food. She likes eating my cooked food. I just don't usually feed her people food.
So remember, no onions.
Okay.
Onions are toxic, and macadamia nuts, grapes, raisins, things like that. Those are all toxic.
But green veggies would be safe. It's the fruit that I usually have never given. But the veggies like green beans or carrots, that's safe, right?
Green beans, Brussels sprouts, broccoli. I do artichokes. Artichokes are great for a liver cleanse. So I think any dogs or cats that are allergic, treat the liver. Let's boost the liver.
Okay.
Yeah, so a little bit of milk thistle in their diet.
I've got that.
Okay. All right.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I'm excited to serve your dog and you. Your dog adores you, and I guess you got a new haircut.
Oh, I was out in the garden for a good while, so I decided to wash up.
So Peaches thinks your hair looks better a different
Yeah.
Sorry.
She's a good girl. Yeah, she thinks I turned into a hairless chihuahua.
Look at her look at you.
She's just such a good girl. She's just such a good girl.
Right on. Okay, God, where are we going next? Lord, please lead us. Jackson. So Jackson's not on the live, right?
Yeah, he's not on the live right now.
Okay, so Jackson's the one with seizures.
Correct.
Okay, so your sister owns, or kind of owns Jackson. I think your sister owns a bunch of things. It sounds like your sister takes a lot of animals in.
Yes, she does.
So God bless your sister. And Jackson's a street dog. I know a little bit about Jackson already because I've chatted with your sister on
Yeah.
So there's some products we can also detox, like the other dog with the bentonite clay. Try to push out some heavy metals.
Okay.
Maybe
But not
this,
in a middle bowl. Okay.
yeah, maybe this dog got exposed to something really toxic, like poison, since it's probably been eating out of the trash can. I love for seizures a product called DMG, dimethylglycine, and it's an amino acid, but you gotta watch that there's no xylitol in it. So there's a couple of companies that put xylitol in their DMG, and there's other companies that sell it over the counter that don't. And it's a human product, but you might be able to find it as a pet product under VetraScience. And I've had seizures actually go totally away with that product.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
So detox, DMG, and then if that doesn't resolve it, we could do a homeopathic like Ignacia or Nux vomica to purge the toxins.
Okay. Wait, what was the last one?
Nux, N-U-X, vomica, V-O-M-I-C-A. And I think your sister told me she is familiar with homeopathics.
Yeah,
So,
yeah. I know she's got the clay at home, so she can try that pretty quick.
yeah, that's, I mean, flush, detox, get a baseline, and go from there.
Okay.
Absolutely. Anything else, Lord, that you want to bring up about Jackson? No, I am moving on. So we've got anxiety issues, anxiety separation with Petey. Okay, let's see Petey's face. I love this face so much. Oh my gosh. I'm such a sucker for the bully face. Oh my God, look how cute that dog is. Petey. Say something, Cian, so everybody on the live can see your dog. Unmute yourself.
Hey, Petey, come on, baby. Come on, up you go. Come here, Petey.
Petey!
There she is.
So obviously she was named Petey because of the Little Rascals, right?
Yep.
Her little face. It's so adorable. God bless Petey.
She's
All right.
my friend's friend.
So she obviously has abandonment issues, like you said. She's a rescue. She's come from a hard life. Being a pit bull type dog, she was probably raised with ulterior motives, right?
Mm-hmm.
And had bad care. So she thinks you're never going to come home. She thinks you're going to leave and you're going to die or something awful is going to happen. So pray for her. In the Bible, it says, preach the gospel to all creatures. So they can receive Jesus as their savior, I guess. I mean, I don't know, but why would we preach the gospel to all creatures? And it says that over and over again. So are we doing that? Are we actually preaching the gospel to all creatures? So Lord, please help Petey in her anxiety. There are some homeopathics you can use. Cian, are you into homeopathy?
Yeah, I'm into the oils and a few different things. Yeah.
Okay, so homeopathic remedies are like those little pellets that you put in the mouth, and they so it's like the nanotechnology. It's a severe dilution and agitation on a little lactose-based pellet, and you just put it in their mouth, and it has some major impacts. So there's one called Ignacia for extreme grief, and that might be a good one to try. I think that'll help her let go of some of her history. More than likely she was exposed to some pretty nasty stuff also. And I also feel like, is this true, Lord? A lot of rescues get over-vaccinated. So when they get caught, they get vaccinated. And then when they get handed over, they get revaccinated again. So maybe a little detox program for her too. But homeopathy, so you just put the pellet in the mouth, let it dissolve, and every time you feel like she's hitting kind of a stress level, give it again. So it's not like a supplement or a vitamin or a medication. You use it kind of when you need it or when you see her hit a level of just a little confusion, or I kind of feel like she gets a blank glazed stare occasionally on you. So when she feels like she's kind of checking out mentally and emotionally, you can just give her a couple of those pellets. How old is she?
3.5.
Okay. She feels like a baby still.
She does. She acts like a baby still. Yeah.
Absolutely. She doesn't want to grow up ever. She wants to be your baby. So you don't have children, right?
I have 3 boys, but they're all adults and they don't live in the home.
Okay, so she feels like she's your only baby.
Yep.
And she likes it that way.
She does. She is.
She loves how you take pictures of her all the time.
She does? Because she's camera shy.
She thinks it's fun, though. She just thinks it's a moody look of her. She doesn't want to look happy. She always wants to look deep and thoughtful. Yeah. So she thinks smiling's highly overrated, but she can smile occasionally. She is concerned about you. She says you're not sleeping much, but I think it's probably because of the Kingdom Health Summit. So she says you've been pacing around the house a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. So she's like, Mom, what's up? Why are you moving around? Like, you're up, you're down, you're taking, I guess you wear glasses. Do you wear reading glasses?
I do, yep.
Yeah, she says you're taking the glasses on, off. She's like, what is up with my mom? She's like, we just need to go for a walk more. So she feels like the walk time is your de-stress time as well as her de-stress time. So that would be good. She wants you to sing more. Do you sing?
Like I like to sing, I love to sing. I'm not good at singing, but I love to sing, yeah.
Yeah, so she feels like when you're happy, you sing, and you kind of quit singing lately. So she feels like she always knows you're not right in, like, you're getting a little stressed out when you quit singing. So she feels like you need to rock out a little bit. Yeah. Do you guys kind of doggy dance a little bit?
Maybe. I mean,
you like rock out.
Yeah.
Yeah. So she's like, we need to rock out again, Mom. She goes, you're a little bit of a downer. So she feels like you saved her, but now she's trying to save you. So she wants you, she doesn't understand why you're in the house so much, but she knows, like, I think you actually told her why you're in the house, but she's like, I still don't get it. And do you eat a lot of pizza?
No, not really. I mean, I have in the last couple weeks. I've ate some pizza.
She thinks it smells amazing. She loves the smell of pizza. Don't give it to her. There's onion in it. Pizza's not good. So maybe you can make her own little dog pizza. I don't know. Don't cook that much for her. I think her stomach gets sensitive. She gets maybe a little borderline pancreatitis. That's right. I remember you having a prayer put up for that. So watch Bats, and I was so excited to hear the Biggest Loser couple talk about bats, because I am in the same boat. I don't think bats are the greatest thing for dogs and cats. I think a little bit of fat's good, a lot's not. And I feel like less cooked fat, like raw fat, is easier digested than cooked fat. So I'm like, I don't think that's a word. So, Lord, is there anything else on your heart for Petey? Petey adores you. I'm sure you know that, but she seems to want to, like, reiterate that. And did you buy her a new collar or something? She loves the new look.
She has her camo collar on.
Okay, is that recent? Or did you put a tag on it?
No, I have a new harness for her.
Okay, so what color is that? Is that red?
Yes, and that's when
Love
she gets
the red.
just for walk.
She looks really good in red. And you told her that. So she rocks the red. She thinks it's a good look. The red, white, and black is kind of striking, but she's open to other colors. She doesn't like to wear a lot of clothes, but she'll wear it for you for a minute just for a stupid photo. Okay. I think we're good. Do you have any other questions regarding Petey?
Nope. Thank you, Poppy.
You're more than welcome. Okay. Let's go to Louis. Louis, there's Louis waiting patiently for his turn. The little man.
He certainly is. He doesn't look little man. The big man.
The little big man. Thank you,
Yeah.
Lord, for your heart for Louis. Can you please help us understand what that is? So do you call Louis your savior? He feels like he's your saint, savior. He thinks he's the best thing that ever happened to you.
He does sit right next to me all the time. He demands to sit next to me at my desk now. So yeah, he might think that, yes, and he certainly is.
And then he's staring at you endearingly.
He does. You know, he does have a lot of anxiety. I didn't think about that too. Almost extreme ADHD. You know, even when he was little, in fact, a lady once told me when we went away and she had to watch him, she was like, "Oh, you have problems with this one. You better be careful." But I just have to keep a handle on him, you know.
Now, do you do the CBD for him?
I do. He and Lulu both get it once a day. When we go, you know, on a plane, like once a year, we'll take them with us to Maine. I used to give him Benadryl. Now I give him CBD. But today I did give him some Benadryl because of his allergies. Today's the first day I did that, but that's what some people have been recommending. I'm trying to keep him off allergy medicine.
So you guys allergies are prominent, right?
Yeah.
That is like the major concern here. So detoxes like bentonite. You can also use a product called quercetin. I think I have some right here because I use it myself for my own allergies. There you go. Let me get the lighting better.
Hold on. Okay. You are.
Wait, tilt that. So quercetin is like a natural Benadryl.
Okay.
You can also use MSM as long as they're not sulfur sensitive. And I feel like MSM's really important for young animals growing and older animals that are struggling for longevity. So I think there's a benefit to MSM.
Okay.
That Lichinson that you're feeding your horse, try him on it, and that will help detox him too. Does Louis have an allergy due to his diet? Maybe. What is his diet?
Well, since you said Taste of the Wild was not good, I've been weaning him off of that, but he does take Dr. Marty's a little. I just started him on that about 6 months ago, and I liked it because it was a raw diet and freeze dried, and but he was having an issue going to the bathroom, pooping on it. So now I'm still giving him a scoop of Dr. Marty's, but I'm also giving him a tablespoon of fresh raw vegetables. When I cook for the week, I've now set some aside for them, and I've been freezing it for them. And I add a little bit of enzymes and a little bit of avocado oil.
Okay.
So that's what I'm getting.
What kind of enzymes?
It says enzymes. I can get it and show you.
I know the company. Yeah, no, I totally know the company. Why not try a little sauerkraut?
Okay. Oh, you love that.
Yeah, so I'm a super big fan of sauerkraut. A little sauerkraut is equivalent to a whole bottle of probiotics. Now, enzymes and probiotics are two different things. I do like pancreatin for some animals also, especially if they're prone to pancreas issues, Cian. So that might be something for Petey. And I give it as an hors d'oeuvre. I don't put it in the food. I do it like I open the capsules, put it in a little plate, serve it ahead of time, and let it hit the digestion, and then feed them their diet.
And what is that?
Pancreatin is an enzyme from the pancreas.
Okay.
So you're helping restore. So many dogs have pancreatitis.
Okay.
Remember, liver and skin often go hand to hand, so you want to do the milk thistle. And milk thistle seed powder is a liver cleanse. For a dog your size, just start off on a 1/4 teaspoon. You could work up to a 1/3, but you probably don't need to do more than that, twice a day.
Okay.
And I just was thinking of something else. So remember, those little tiny dogs are so close to the ground. They get dust on them. They get all sorts of toxins. He might even have a little bit of a grass allergy. So he's got it a little rough because he's lower. I do think he is sore in the spine lately.
They have issues. Both of them have had issues with their back, and I've had them x-rayed. When they get a little sore, I up their CBD. Because we used to have to put them on steroids. So last time I put them on CBD, instead of once a day, I upped it to twice a day, and for a few days, and they were fine. I didn't have to take them to the vet, and they healed up on their own. So I was really happy with that. But maybe I'll start bump him up a little more.
Turmeric.
Oh, turmeric. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that's a heavy hitter. There's a lot of internet recipes that say it won't work without coconut oil or black pepper, but it will. It totally works fine. You can grate fresh turmeric, or you can just sprinkle it on. Some people say it has to be curcumin. It doesn't, but if you're not getting the whole benefit, you may want to try curcumin. But that helps the liver, that helps the joints. You want Petey, not Petey, you want Louie to live forever.
Yes.
At least longer. So let's supplement him that way too. So Joy, I'm super thrilled that CBD actually cured your dog of back pain, because I think that people abuse the CBD and use it, but it becomes a suppression and not a cure. So that's my big problem with CBD users, is often they don't know, it's a guess. They're just a shot in the dark. When if it could be resolved, let's resolve it. But the fact that the CBD did help the back pain is thrilling to me.
Absolutely. Yeah. It was really good for her. And even for me, I have back pain, and sometimes when my back is going out really bad, where I was spasming, instead of having to take a muscle relaxer, I could take more of my CBD, and as long as I took it more often, I was good.
That's awesome. Yeah. So if they're living on CBD and they're only like 10 years old, I worry that you have nothing to go to when your dog is 15.
Yes.
So we want to make sure that we pace ourselves wisely to the end game, and play the long game, not the short game. So, Jesus Christ of Nazareth, is there anything else more you want to talk about, Louie? Yes. He wants to talk a lot. He wants to eat something else. Like, he thought he used to get like something a little on the fishier side.
His taste is wild sometimes. Yeah, had salmon. But I could give him salmon, but the only thing they have is smoked salmon. I didn't think that would be good.
The smoke part might not be good. So you can't OD on them, and your dog will probably go psycho over them, but what's it called? Vitality, I think, makes these dehydrated minnows, and dogs love them. Like, they go psycho over them. And it's super affordable. They're like $7 a bag or something.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So don't let your dog con you into giving him more food than he really needs, though.
Don't worry.
He says he's a manipulator.
He tries to be,
He
yes.
is.
But
Yeah.
I'm pretty
He tries to perfect his look. He goes, I have a head tilt that melts your heart.
He does. He has grown into that. Yep. Mhm.
Yeah. He's pretty proud of himself. Are you getting a big dog? He's worried that you're going to get a new dog.
Well, that's so funny you say that, because remember, Dutch, you were talking about my Bernese mountain dog? Well, he was here before these guys came, so he had to accept him. Yeah, of course, because he was a puppy, but I don't know that I could bring another big dog in with him, because he is such a bully. He thinks, my friend brought her big dog in and he was corralling her, like, I don't think it'll work. It's going to be a problem. So
Louis was doing that?
Yeah, Louis was doing that. He was very pushy, getting them away from us.
Yeah, no, he owns you, Joy. Louis thinks he owns you.
He thinks he does.
Yeah. So no other dogs unless he has dog approval.
Right.
He doesn't really care if you get more cats or not. He enjoys the cats. He thinks they're entertaining.
Yeah, they are.
He keeps bringing up a fish. You don't have a pet fish, or do
We
you?
have frogs.
Frogs.
No.
Okay.
No, we don't have any fish right now, but we had a frog, but it didn't make it. We tried a few. It didn't make it.
Okay. So is it the pet frog? It might be the pet frog. So he was wondering where it went. Yeah.
Oh,
So,
it passed.
he thinks that, well, he's debating. He kind of feels like you might need a fish tank with a fish or two in it.
That's funny. My daughter's been talking about fish. She wants to get a fish because we got her friend a fish and it died. And she was very upset. So we were just talking about that today, actually.
Okay, there you go. There's the fish story. So he thinks fish might be fun for a minute, but he also knows your daughter well enough to know that she won't care in about 3 months.
He's looking right at her too.
So thank you, Lord. Anything? I think we're good. And then do we need to talk about Lulu, Lord? So Lulu's his companion?
His sister, yep.
Okay.
Yeah. She's very, as much as he is bold, she's very scared and skittish. Even you do one thing wrong and that's it. She does not forget.
So she's
You see, oh, here's little Lulu, and she's very tiny. You see,
okay.
but she's a little neurological, I think. She kind of tilts her head funny. She doesn't like you. Well, she's liking me now, but she doesn't like you right up in her face. She pushes you away. And when she was young, they were playing, and I think she hit her head and had a little seizure.
Okay. I get like an ear issue. Does she get ear pain?
No, but when I clean her ears, both of them are funny about it. But she could, I give him stuff for his ears, saline or not saline. I did it with her this week, but I'm going to start it more often with her too.
Okay, and it could be the pet food, like the carbohydrates in the kibble causing a little more yeast and stuff.
Yeah.
Does she smell a little bit?
Her teeth, the worst breath in the world, and teeth very bad. Always have been, even though, and I brush them once a week. It's not that much, but they're not good. Always.
Yeah. So it's almost like her adrenals are on overload. Like her nerves are a little shot. Sick dogs smell. So
she's always smelled.
Yeah. So she's not as healthy as Louis. And she doesn't complain a lot, but she definitely feels like she's not been right for a long time. Lulu,
it's the breath.
I almost feel like she doesn't see really well out of the left eye.
Well, we don't think either of them see very well because they bark, lots of times not recognizing us sometimes when we come in. They're not known for great eyesight.
Okay.
But left eye, I'll have to check it out. She has back issues too.
Okay. And then somebody said that their dog was like blind and hearing loss. Was that you?
No.
There was somebody else. So there's a remedy I use for eyesight and hearing in the homeopathic realm called Arsenicum album. And I've actually had it restore sight and hearing, both. You don't need to do it very much. It's a strong remedy. You only want to get it. Whenever I recommend a remedy, you guys, I recommend it in a 30C potency, unless your dog is very, very vital. If your dog's vital, you could go up to it, or a cat, or horse, or ferret. So their homeopathy is safe with all mammals. I have mixed it with medication. So that's why I love homeopathy, is there's not normally any side effects in combining normally.
Right.
So Arsenicum album 30C, it helps poison, vomiting. I've actually had it reverse cancer in dogs. I've had multiple cases where the vets told the owners to euthanize them, and it was their last ditch effort. And we gave a couple pellets, and the dog hopped up and lived again for the next 2 years or a year and a half.
How do you spell this stuff? EUR?
Arsenicum, ARSICIUM, album, ALBUM, I hope.
Okay, that's better than how I spelled it.
And so you want to give probably a child-sized dose to start with, just to subject it to it, see how their body processes it. And so often with Arsenicum, they might go down a little bit, like they might detox, they might sleep a lot for the first 24 hours. But after that, their vitality should come way up. If their vitality doesn't come way up, I'd say try it 1 or 2 more times just to see how it processes.
Okay.
But if you don't, with homeopathy, I cannot proclaim enough that expect miracles with homeopathy. Like, it is, other than Jesus Christ of Nazareth, it is like my next best thing. So you just have to know how to use it to win with it. So like I said before, it's not a supplement. It's not, you don't give it like a medication. There's no specific time. You have to be really observant is how you win with it. So every time you see your pet decline, you give it to them. Hopefully you see a vitality change. So homeopathy works on the vitality of the animal and an improvement. But if you don't see an improvement after like 2 or 3 doses, it's not the right remedy. Ditch it, go on to something else.
So I would give a dose, and then maybe 24 hours later, another dose.
You know, it's funny. I wish I could say yes, but it could be 8 hours later. It could be a week later. It's just going to be whenever you see that drop or decline.
But I mean, initially when I give it to hope for a positive response, I'll give it just once and look for a response and wait a few days.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you see, I actually have a homeopathic flow chart that I teach in my classes online.
Take one of your
So
classes.
it's easier for you guys to do it. And I am planning on doing a short challenge. I'm going to do like a 3-day holistic pet care or a natural pet care challenge.
Oh, definitely. Send me a link. Yeah, I'm interested.
Okay. I started making the funnel. The Holy Spirit's like, you got to do it. I'm like, okay, I'm on it. So that should drop. The ad's almost done, and that should start on Thursday, the 21st, but I might do Wednesday, the 20th. Okay. So if people are interested in that. Okay. And good luck, Gail, on your interview. So, yay. Lulu, anything more about Lulu? No. And anything about Callie? We can talk about Callie later.
Okay.
Yeah.
You go ahead.
Lord, what's best? So Ava and Sophia, Who owns Ava and Sophia?
I do.
I lost my Facebook page.
I do.
Hi, Kim.
Yeah, I hopped out of the Facebook Live and joined the Zoom, so.
Excellent. I'm so happy to see you. Can I see your pets? Are they available?
Yeah, Ava's here. Sophia is upstairs. She's on my lap.
There she is. That's Ava.
That's Ava.
Hi, Ava.
She's just curled up. She's a big dog, but she's on my lap. So, and Sophia, she's upstairs crashed. She sleeps a lot of the day. She's 15, so.
Okay, so quality of life is where we're going with Sophia.
Yeah, she's 15, but she's in great health other than she's deaf and mostly blind.
So she's the deaf and blind one. You can try the Arsenicum album on that.
Where do you get that from?
You can get it. I get it online at a company called A2Z Homeopathy. I'm going to drop the link in the chat.
Okay.
But also you can get it at Whole Foods and Sprouts.
Mm-hmm.
It's a different brand when you go to Whole Foods and Sprouts. It's not my favorite brand. I like this brand.
Will you put the spelling down or the name of that down in there too? I don't think I got the spelling.
Yes. Okay. So they are. And I might be slightly off on that, but you want a 30C potency. All right, so let's stick with the senior dog first. So you can't do turmeric. Does she have stomach issues too?
No, Ava does.
Okay. Yeah, so Sophia's a saint. Sophia's been your guardian for a long time, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so she feels like she kind of raised you in a way. And it feels like you've lived together in a lot of, well, I won't say a lot of different places, but it feels like a lot of different places.
Yeah.
Do you like to move the furniture?
Well, we were military, so we moved quite a bit.
Okay.
Yeah.
So she feels like she was like the sanity in every move. And she felt like it was always a new adventure. She felt like it gave you a headache. So it would be stressful for you to move over and over again. And she would just be like, no, it's going to be fun, Mom. We get a new location. Did you used to have a turtle?
We had a turtle for about 2 weeks, many years ago, but she wasn't alive at that time. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sometimes, I mean, occasionally turtles come up and I don't know why. I don't know if it's symbolic, but maybe she just feels like she has the wisdom of like a turtle. No, she says no. Giselle, don't say that. The turtle thing. Do you love turtles? What's the deal with turtles?
I mean, I don't dislike them.
Are you going to Hawaii?
Oh gosh, no, but my husband's been wearing a Hawaiian t-shirt for 2 days, or one of those button-ups, and I keep teasing him like, are you going to Hawaii? Do you need a pina colada? Because he's been working from home, so he goes to the Zoom meetings. He has his pajamas on, but he puts this Hawaiian shirt on, and I don't get it. Yeah, that's pretty funny.
Yeah, so she's wondering if so the turtles to me always mean like the sea turtles and things like that. So that's why. So she thinks we're not moving to Hawaii, right?
No. No.
That's a bummer.
You know, she used to be my dog, and now she's my husband's dog. And she follows him 24/7. If he's upstairs, she's upstairs, and she's almost blind. So she follows him up and down, outside. She smells around for him. It's a strange attachment that she has.
So when you got Ava, she was a little bit offended.
Oh my gosh. Oh, that's
So
about the time
she kind of disowned you at that point.
That is about the time that she dumped me. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I don't know why I never put that together.
She's super offended. You need
Oh,
to
yeah.
apologize. You didn't even ask her.
No, I didn't.
No, you didn't.
We actually took her out of the house when we brought Ava in. So when she came home, Ava was already in the house.
It was
Because
the
we
rudest
didn't
thing I've ever done. You need to apologize to her.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Moving on. Okay.
Yeah.
More about
Crazy.
Sophia. So she fired you basically.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. She's surprised she didn't figure it out yourself. Moving on. Lord, please show us. Is there anything else we need to talk about regarding Sophia? I'm going to say no, and we're moving on to Ava and her upset stomach. So it sounds bad. It sounds like just talking about the Holy Spirit's got my stomach churning up. Watch your fats for sure. It sounds complicated, like you've tried different foods already. And you may need to go to a moderate raw with maybe some sauerkraut. What about slippery elm? No. What about some of it's anxiety? So make sure you don't argue in front of her. There's something else that bothers her in the house about. Do you have children in the house?
Yeah.
Okay. So she feels like you have a boy?
Yeah.
Okay. She's always nervous about your son. She feels like he's not always happy. So she's a little worried about him, and it's making her almost a little upset, nauseous-wise. So just, she doesn't know how to handle your son. Does he have outbursts?
He has mild Asperger's. So he does sometimes not know how to handle animals. So yeah, he has a lightsaber sometimes, and he gets it out and makes the dogs very nervous.
She doesn't really trust him, but you always tell her it's okay.
Yeah.
So she's trying really hard, but it's stressing her out so much that it's giving her a GI tract issue.
Wow.
So let's try to take it down a notch. Maybe with Ignacia, that might help. There might be a better remedy than that homeopathically. I don't do Bach flowers, but like Rescue Remedy, some people swear by it. I've never had success with Rescue Remedy, but it's worth a shot. Okay. So let's try to lower her stress level a little bit more. And if you can, she's not mature enough to try to help him, where Sophia's cool with it. Sophia understands her place with your son. But Ava's all about her. So Ava's more selfish and self-centered. Sorry.
She is.
She's not mature enough to handle your son. She's like, your son puts me in anxiety a little bit.
Yeah, like he tries to play with his sister. They're teenagers. I mean, one is 17 and the other one just turned 20. So they like to wrestle, and kind of act like they're slapping each other because it gets the dog wound up, and it makes her bark and acts like she's playing with them, but it's not. It does stress her out. It stresses me out.
No, it's a little too much for her. Like, maybe they can feed her a treat first or something.
Put her outside.
She feels like your son should go outside more. Is he a gamer?
No, not at all.
Okay.
He's outside all the time. He's fishing. He's always outside doing something.
So I think the image that I saw was outside with her. Like they can play, like throw the ball, or I don't think she's the greatest at retrieving a ball.
She's pretty good at it.
Is she? So
yeah,
maybe
she brings it back. Yeah.
Okay. Lord. So does he play with her outside? Is he the one, or?
We all do. We all do. I mean, he does sometimes. She likes to do laps around the pool. She runs, and if you throw it, she'll bring it back. He throws her toy back and forth with her.
Okay.
I mean, he's good with her. He does have that level of intensity that does get,
she doesn't understand. Don't let her drink out of the chlorinated pool. Is your pool chlorinated?
Yeah.
Yeah, so be careful. That could be another source of stomach issues for her. So she wants to play with your son outside, not inside so much.
Okay.
So inside's she feels like inside's the safety zone. Like that should be where everybody lays down and is quiet. But outside is free game.
Okay. Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah. So Ava, anything else?
On my
So Ava's stomach. Okay, so if we relieve the stress and the stomach issue gets a little bit better, if we make sure she doesn't drink chlorinated water, it's better. And try no tap water. Try filtered water for her.
Okay.
And moving on. So that hopefully
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Enjoy that.
Thank you.
Go apologize to Sophia.
I'm going to. Poor girl.
I know. Okay. Who is Anne Marie? Anne Marie, are you there? Do you have a pet?
Sorry, hold on a second.
We can hear you, Anne Marie. I unmuted.
Oh, you can hear me? I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry. I was not expecting to be on this, and then I got free. So interesting. And my dog, Misha, is actually not home right now. She's out and about, running around, getting a walk.
How do you spell her name?
Misha, M-I-S-H-A.
S-H-A. Okay, let's see if the Lord has anything. Nope, there's nothing yet for Misha. So let's move on to, who's Tasha? That's your dad's dog?
Yeah, my dad's dog.
Okay. Lord, in your son's name, Jesus Christ. So there's your dad's dog is adorable. Like super adorable. Like that dog is the light of your dad's life, I think. Is that true?
Yeah.
And just like owns the world. Is it a smaller dog?
Kind of the same size as Tootsie, like not big, but not little, just kind of in between. And he's out, my dad's out in the yard every day with the dog.
Yeah, so Tasha feels like they are best buds. They go everywhere together. Is that true? Okay, good. Like the sidekick. She likes riding in the car with your dad. Front seat. She likes being in the front seat. Does your dad drive her?
He can't drive with her really, except when she runs out, and then when she escapes, she puts him in the car and.
Yeah, so she feels like she is like part of the team when she's in the car for some reason. So does she run away often? Yes, she tries to.
She used to, and then finally my dad has finally gotten the barriers where she would climb all the fences and like she would get out a lot. Yeah.
Yeah, no, this dog's like a cat. This dog's amazing. And she's super smart. So does your dad teach her tricks? She should do some tricks. Like she needs that kind of mental stimulation because she can outthink your dad really fast. Yeah. So a little trick training would go a long way and also kind of help the relationship. Not like they have a bad relationship. She just wants to do more tricks. So, how old is she?
I think she's like 14 or 15. She's really old, deaf now, I think, hard of hearing.
Okay, so the same remedy might apply. I get that she still has a lot of life to her. Like, I didn't think that she was that old. Like, she feels pretty spicy, actually. Is she that happy, like, energy-wise, or is she pretty low-key?
She's pretty low-key now. Like, she walks kind of slow. She'll play with my dog, Tootsie, sometimes. Tootsie has a lot of energy. She's kind of the more rambunctious one.
Okay, Jesus Christ, Nazareth, am I missing? Well, maybe we'll do Tootsie and come back to Taja. Yeah, let's do that. So, Lord, do I have permission to change? Yes. So, Tootsie, let's see Tootsie's face again. How old's Tootsie?
Can you see her?
Yeah.
She's about 10 years old, 11 years old. She's a rescue as well.
Okay. She loves you. She loves your family. She's pretty good with your children. Sometimes she gets annoyed by the children, but not too bad. She loves it outside lately. It's been lovely weather. So there's something blooming in your yard that bothers her nose a little bit, and it feels like her nose is running a little bit. I don't know if it's drippy or not. Check it out.
I gave her a treat. She ran away and ate the treat. Tootsie, come here.
She feels like you picked this house for her. So I've seen your backyard from Zoom, and you have a tennis court, I think, in the backyard. So I'm sure you picked it for you since you're the tennis pro. But Tootsie feels like the other part of the backyard is for her, which is really nice. I feel like you guys lived in other places with not a lot of backyard. So this is really fun for her. How long have you owned her?
Since 2010.
Okay.
Before 2010. Yeah.
That's a long time.
Yeah. It was Christmas. She was a Christmas present.
So she's older than 10 years.
Is she? It's 2020. So she was a few weeks old when we got her. So she's just over years, right? Did I do the math right? 2020?
Yeah. So she was already born in 2010, but she was only a puppy.
Yeah.
Okay. And do you guys walk her much anymore? She feels like you guys used to walk her a lot more.
We used to, and then we stopped. Yeah. My husband would take her on stroller rides with the kids every night, and then he hasn't been doing those stroller rides. And she would really look forward to them. She'd be waiting every night at the gate to go out. So
please, can we do that again? She says, I'm really, really missing that. She feels like she's a little smelly too.
Oh.
So, and maybe her coat's a little, not what it used to be.
Yeah.
So she feels like she used to be gorgeous. And now she feels old. So she wants to not feel so old. So milk thistle would probably be a great thing for her coat.
Okay.
She's a pretty decent sized dog, so you could probably go up to a half a teaspoon morning and night. To see adrenals. And she could probably use a dog chiropractor.
Oh.
Yeah. In fact, I have a really good one in Los Angeles.
Okay.
Something else about, how'd she get the name Tootsie? Is it about the Tootsie Roll, or?
Yes.
That's what she's saying. She's like, I'm named after a Tootsie Roll. I'm like, why would you be named after a Tootsie Roll?
Well, not the candy. It was actually a trick that she learned, and she would roll. We'd be like, Tootsie Roll, you know, and so she was the Tootsie Roll. So very
hilarious.
That's hilarious.
So yeah, she's all, I'm Tootsie Roll. So it's not the candy, it's the trick, which the other dog was talking about doing tricks. So I think it's funny that she actually can do tricks. So maybe Tasha is a little jealous of Tootsie's tricks.
Wow.
Yeah.
That
So,
makes sense.
were you thinking about making Tootsie a therapy dog?
Therapy? How so?
Like wearing the little coat, the little, having the credentials to go anywhere and wearing the outfit and seeing like old folks. And this is from the Holy Spirit Tootsie point of view. She's like, I like old folks.
We used to put a vest on her, like where we could have pockets and put stuff in, but we never, I don't think we thought about doing therapy type stuff now. But
okay,
so
what happened?
She used to wear.
Okay, what happened to that vest?
I think in the move, it's in one of our boxes.
Okay. So let's break out that vest again. It made her feel really official unless it's very hot.
Oh.
And she felt like it gave her access to places that she wouldn't normally have access to. So.
And one thing I forgot to mention is she's very paranoid. Like she gets very anxious around fireworks. Like she really like bites the doors and is very destructive. So there's a lot of anxiety with fireworks. Our neighborhood tends to have them randomly. So.
Okay. So you can definitely do maybe the Rescue Remedy. You could also try the Ignacia homeopathic. I've had no luck with the Thunder shirt, and you could try it on her because she loves her vest. You could just try putting her vest on her.
Okay.
You can also crank up the music, but she feels like that doesn't work because she knows what you're doing. So you never play your music loud, so why would you play your music loud randomly? So she's like, I understand what you're doing there. So if you want to practice with loud music prior to fireworks, then that might actually make that acclimation better. Is she crate trained? I don't feel like she's crate trained.
Well, we got her a crate as a resolution for the fireworks where we put like her little bedding in there. So at night she's in my dad's office and she's done well with that, where she that's her little safe space at night now.
Good. Okay, great. Good job. That's great because that den feeling is often like that warm, cuddly blanket like feeling. Anything else about noise sensitivity? There's a specific homeopathic for noise sensitivity. There's like 3, and I'll have to look them up again. I think one's Tobacco. The Ignacia is a good option for anxiety, but I feel like there's something even better. I almost want to say earplugs. Now that's not a normal answer for a dog. We do earplugs in horses, but you may want to play with a little cotton in the ear or something like that, a little gauze pad, and just soften the blow on that. So practice ahead of time though, before 4th of July. It's coming really fast. And she kind of knows now, she's been through enough summers with you that 4th of July, like once the weather gets better, you guys start wearing shorts, people play in the pool. I don't know if you have a pool, but it sounds like you have a kiddie pool or something. And so
a big pool and a jacuzzi.
Okay. So she feels like when people start jumping in the pool, having the barbecues, then the 4th of July comes up. So do you have a normal 4th of July barbecue?
Oh yeah, that's my dad's big event of the year is 4th of July. Yeah.
Yeah, so she's talking about the barbecues, the best, but then it turns into a nightmare like Sarajevo. Like she's like, then it gets really bad. So all the smells, the family, the fun, and then the freak out. Yeah.
Pretty much. That's our 4th of July.
You may want to try CBD. It might be your new option. Practice before though. I always feel like create the situation and test it prior to when you really, really need it. And I think that's it regarding Tootsie. Does Tasha live with you then?
Yeah, she's right here. Tasha! Can you see her in the back? Come here. She's looking for oh, there she goes.
I don't even see her.
Can you see her coming?
Here she comes. There she is. So she's kind of maybe a border collie mix or something like that.
Yeah, we don't even know what she is. Like they were, they were giving away a litter outside of like a grocery store or something. And my dad found her there. So not your traditional acquiring of a pet.
Okay. So now that I've seen her, I'm getting a little more information about her. Jesus Christ. I feel like she has a little gastritis or a little stomach upset. Does she eat grass, vomit, anything like that?
I haven't noticed her do it. I've noticed Tootsie do it a lot.
Okay. So eating grass, I think we covered this on our talk.
Yeah.
Animals do need greens, and I do think dogs used to eat grass. We all thought for GI tract upset, but I also feel like they eat grass for salad, for their greens, for their chlorophyll, for their nutrition now too. Tasha is just talking about Tootsie. She loves having Tootsie around. So Tasha used to live alone with your dad?
Yeah.
Prior to that. So it's been really fun having you guys here. And then she says on the downside is it's a lot of work. So she feels like you guys are very, very busy all the time. And then Tasha feels like you're writing a book. But I think it's just the Kingdom Health Summit.
Yeah, it's like writing a book, huh?
Yeah, so she feels like you're always writing stuff and taking notes. She's intrigued by the whole process, the whole internet process. She thinks you're a movie star.
Oh.
That's so cute.
I did 2 interviews out here, so they saw it, you know.
Yeah, she thinks it's pretty interesting. I mean, it's new for her. She's like intrigued by the whole thing. And she says it's so funny because you're staring at a screen, like waving your hands. And she's like, this is so weird. What is she doing? So it's taken her a little while to get used to it. But she's like, okay, she's just going to wave her hands at this flat screen. So it's fun for her, and sometimes it's not. So sometimes she's like into it, and sometimes she's like, I don't even want to deal with it, and she just goes back in the house to sleep. Both of their diets, are they on the same food or different foods?
They just changed to the Dr. Marty's. They've been on it for about a month, probably.
Cool. Good job.
Do they like it?
Yes. I feel like they need maybe a little more food. I mean, I don't think they don't look thin, okay? But I feel like maybe add something on top of it. It's the raw or the dehydrated?
It's the dehydrated pellets that you put water on it or hot water on it.
Okay. It's delicious. Tasha eats all of it all the time, and she just wants a little more of it.
Yeah.
She's not losing weight.
Little dog thing to say.
I know. I'm like, I don't
more.
She's really not losing weight. So she feels like there's something missing in her diet. So did your dad used to feed her a lot of treats?
Oh, you know what? Every Wednesday, his friends, they have the retired men's tennis, and one of the friends would give them treats every week. And now, because of quarantine, they're not coming over.
Okay, so she's super bummed out about the treat factory. So she felt like that guy was like a Pez dispenser, basically.
Yeah, so that's been missing. That makes sense.
Like he just shoved them to her. So that was always great. She's missing that. She's intrigued by hands. So she's always like, human hands are the most wild things around. Like they can do so many cool things. She wishes she had a pair, but she also feels like she's pretty good with her mouth. So yeah, she feels like she can drag things around pretty good. So anything else about, where does she sleep at night?
In my dad's office. They both sleep in my dad's, like this garage here. I don't know if you can see it.
Okay.
Little garage. So they're both in semi indoors.
So now she has Tootsie sleeping with her, whereas before she didn't.
Yeah, and Tootsie's in the crate in the office.
And she's loose.
Yeah, and Taja's.
Okay. Is that a problem? No. Does she like having? She's just confused why Tootsie's in the crate and she's not.
Oh.
I mean, like she doesn't necessarily want to be in a crate at all, but she's like just confused.
Yeah.
Like she's like, we're loose together all day. Why can't we be loose together in the office?
Yeah. Well, since she can't hear, she doesn't react to any fireworks, so she doesn't have to be that way. Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense. Anything else? Do you have any questions about her? I feel like I'm missing a really big topic.
No, I mean, it's just the only thing we've noticed is her hearing. You know, she can't hear when we call her. I was trying to call her before you were talking about her and she couldn't hear me. That's really the main thing that my dad talks about. So.
Okay, try that out at Arsenicum out.
Yeah.
See if that helps. And I'm moving on.
All right.
So who else do we have?
Do we get
Luna? Did we do Luna already?
No, you didn't do Luna. And Sage joined the group, but she can't find the link for the Zoom. So yeah.
I just posted the Zoom link in the comments of the Facebook Live. So if she
that's what I thought.
Okay, I just did it. So yeah, have her look.
Okay. Okay, let me send her a quick look for the link again. Okay. Yeah, because I can talk about Luna, but I would so love for her to hear Poppy speak about Luna and for her to be able to see her because Luna's just a doll.
Right on, Joni. Thank you.
Yeah, and Sage actually knows Poppy, so.
I know. I haven't gotten to see you guys or hike with you guys. Hopefully
I know.
These days.
When quarantine's done.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. But Luna's a little Havanese, and she just randomly every month or so it has actually accelerated where she will just out of the blue start having like bloody diarrhea. It's kind of jelly-like, and she's only 9 pounds, so you know Sage really worries about her when it happens. And I know the vet has put her on I want to say metronidazole or something, you know, 2 or 3 times, and she was on pure protein diet and then switched to kiwis.
Okay.
And but I think it still happened. And she said, Sage said, yeah, sometimes I feed her people food. And she goes, she loves bacon. And I slipped her some bacon. She goes, it might be the bacon.
The bacon's
Yeah.
the worst. Don't
Yeah.
do bacon. So bacon, people, I should write that
Well, it's
in
got the
my.
sulfites. Yeah.
Yes, and the nitrates.
Yeah, or nitrates. Sorry.
Yeah, and so I've actually seen where people gave their dogs like bacon or ham, and like they were dead a month later.
Oh,
So
no.
yes, that's back out the bacon. I don't know. There's somebody telling people to put bacon grease on their dog's food. Don't do it. It's really
Okay.
bad. So no bacon at all. No
Yeah,
ham.
and we weren't, for a while, we were worried because we would go hiking where there were cows, and she would just, she would sometimes go a tiny bit off the trail, and then she would have it. And we weren't sure if there was something when we were hiking that she was picking up, because she is so low to the ground and she's a little mop. So yeah, I don't know.
Okay, let's pray this out. So Lord, what is your heart for Luna? What's going on? So the bloody diarrhea, how many pounds do you think she is? She's tiny.
She's about 9 pounds. Yeah, she's a little bitty thing.
Okay, so definitely quit the bacon. I feel like there's other food sources that are making her really sick. You can give ginger, you guys, to your dogs, but just a tiny amount, like a centimeter. I mean, just trivial amounts of ginger that can calm her stomach down. There definitely is a homeopathic called Podophyllum, Podophyllum,
Okay.
for bloody gelatinous diarrhea. But we want to get to the root cause and resolve the root cause. And I feel like this dog's really sensitive about things anyway, like just all the toxins, even the exhaust of the car seems to bother her. So watch, like roll up the windows. A little bit of AC is good. A lot of AC is bad. Watch the soap that they wash her in. And then flea and tick medication. Is she on an oral medication like NexGard or Comfortis or something?
I do not know that, and I will ask Sage about that. I know that because when we were walking, every once in a while she would have the runs after she would get washed a lot, just because she's so furry and she would have to wash her. So I don't know if that's like putting an extra layer.
Yeah, watch the soaps and watch her overheating.
Okay.
Heat stroke is really hard on dogs.
Okay.
You can give them a little Smart Water. Smart Water has a ton of electrolytes. I actually dilute it with water because I feel like just Smart Water alone might be too much for a dog that size. But it definitely helps replenish.
Right.
Luna, anything else about Luna? Does she have bad back teeth?
That I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah.
So there might be a minor mouth infection that's throwing her flora off too. The heavy hitter thing might be the flea and tick med if it's an oral med or if she's on oral medication. Now, dog food wise, do we know what she's on?
Yeah, that was the Kiwis.
Oh, that's right. But it's not working.
But it's not what?
It's not curing it.
Yeah, she just had it again, but then I think Sage might have slipped her the bacon again. So
yeah, let's back off the bacon. So should we do arsenicum with her? No, let's do Nux vomica, NUXVOMICA, or the Podophyllum for that. Back off the bacon. But also there's something else she's getting. No tap water for her. Go to steam distilled. Definitely some milk thistle, and I would do pancreatin too, just to support her pancreas.
Okay.
Am I missing something about Luna? Yes, she is adorable.
Oh yes.
I feel like she likes formal wear, so I don't know if Sage dresses her up in a little outfit ever.
I don't think so. I think she does have a harness for her though, so maybe that's the. I
Her
don't know.
formal wear. I feel like she would look like a queen in a light coat with a big collar.
Maybe she's got a rain suit.
Yeah, it's super random, but she feels like a queen in it.
She kind of is a queen.
Yeah, she definitely feels like she adores her family, of course. The hikes might be a little long for her, but she doesn't want to let you guys know. She doesn't. She knows you're having such a good time, and she just wishes she was a bigger dog.
Oh.
Yeah, but I'm telling her it's a good thing she's a little dog because she gets to normally live longer. So she didn't realize that big dogs have a shorter lifespan, and so now she feels really good about it.
That's
she
awesome.
does act like a big dog. Like I feel like she has a big dog bark, like presence wise.
Right.
Yeah. Right. So she feels like she is the queen, and she feels like she can create a big dog stance. Luna's something else about her eyesight is okay. Her hearing is selective. So whatever she wants. She'll hear you when she wants to, and she will not hear you when she doesn't. Feels like there's a lot of squirrels in the backyard lately, which she doesn't know how she feels about it. She feels like they're pretty tough. So
they are. We just had this conversation last week. That's funny.
Yeah, she feels a little intimidated by the squirrels. She feels like they're ganging up on her and plotting to kill her. So maybe John can run out there and chase the squirrels off or something, or I don't know. Sage could do it. Maybe carry a big stick.
There you go.
Throw rocks at them, but she doesn't want anyone killed over it.
Yeah.
Especially her. Does Sage have a pool?
No. But okay. I mean, they live in a development that has a pool, but I don't think they really go to the pool.
Okay, she's worried about falling in a pool for some reason.
Okay.
So I don't know. It could be a body of water. Is it like the ocean? No. Is it a lake? It could be a lake. Could it be a river? She's not so worried about a river, but she's she doesn't feel like she's going to drown, but she feels like it's going to be a scary situation. So she has a tiny fear of large bodies of water.
Okay.
Do they go sailing?
No, but they have taken trips down to the beach and stayed down at Half Moon Bay and stuff. So, or I don't know, somewhere down there. So Santa Cruz or Monterey.
So is she telling us she needs, Lord, do you think she needs a life jacket? Yes, she wants a life jacket.
Wants a life jacket. Okay. Yeah.
Thank you.
Oh, God bless her. She's the sweetest. She is so sweet. Took her like a year to warm up to me because she was so protective of Sage and John. And now she just is, I love her.
She does a little happy dance now.
Yeah.
Do you call her Cutie Pie?
Let me think. I don't know.
Yeah.
Probably Sweetie.
Yeah, she's all, I'm your Sweetie Pie.
Oh, she is. She's amazing.
She says thank you. The Holy Spirit's like, she knows it. And you know what, Joni, have you seen those Crown and Paw artworks?
No.
Okay, so they take dog, cat, horse, any animal images, and they stick it on a vintage body. Like damsels and knights in shining armor. It's hilarious.
Right.
So maybe that's the red coat with the big collar and all of that. But that might be a fun gift for Sage. Just say, check out.
Okay. I'll have to check it out.
She feels like she will be immortalized with a image like that. Anything else? Nothing more that, I mean, the bloody diarrhea needs to clear up. If it's not clearing up, give me a call. We'll have a session. And you can give her a tiny bit of pumpkin also, just the flesh. I hate canned stuff, so you can get in a box because I feel like there's a liner in the cans that can jack their endocrine system.
Is it raw pumpkin or cooked?
Just raw, just like straight out of the can. But try to get the box one if you can. What about butternut squash? Would pumpkin's better than butternut squash for the bloody diarrhea? And it sounds like we need to do some gastric repair in there. So it feels like there's a little bit of damage going on in there. Right. So definitely inflammation. Let's talk later.
Okay. Yeah, I'll have her call you too. Sorry, I'm the proxy. I don't have complete information.
Okay. All right. Annie, who do you have? Who's your cat?
Ron. His name is Dwight.
Like on The Office?
Yes. Like from The Office.
Did you name Dwight because of The Office?
Yes, my son.
I knew it.
My son's cat.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, look at his face. It's so cute. Hi, Dwight.
He's growing up a lot. So more often than not, I don't know if it's, my son thinks it's just because it's hot now. It's got more hair. But we try to treat him like a dog. I'm a dog person. But Dwight's really special. So he freaks out a lot. Like right after he eats, he gets really, really hyper running around.
Huh.
So I don't know if that's a cat thing.
Okay. What are you feeding your cat?
It's Hills, Hills, in a can.
Okay. And your cat's vomiting?
My son it's just, he thinks it's just hairball, but he's doing it so much. Like more, I mean, he's doing it more than usual.
Why don't we do milk thistle? Are you familiar with that?
Yeah. That's okay for the animals?
Yeah, it's great. So cats are fun. If they won't eat the supplement, you can rub it on them as long as they're cleaning themselves, and you can, put it on their paw or something, they'll clean it off. But okay. I think your cat kind of eats anything. He doesn't seem as finicky as some cats. So Dwight, anything, Lord, you want us to know about Dwight? I do feel like the vomiting is a big deal. Remember, cats don't show illness until it's a bigger deal. Like cats will act fine, and then not be fine at all. So whenever a cat is showing some illness, it's probably way higher level than what a dog would be showing. So definitely pay attention. So what about olive leaf? You could try a little olive leaf. Is he getting a little eye gack?
No.
Okay, watch for just gunky eyes. That's kind of my olive leaf go-to whenever I see the eyes are kind of gunky and congested. I feel like they're trying to purge something out of them.
Okay.
And just a tiny little pinch of olive leaf. So Hills dog food or cat food for Dwight Wicker strong. I don't love it. But he eats it?
Yes.
So how do you offer your cat grass?
No.
So cat grass is a great idea, just free, you can buy it at the store in the little carton and you can just sit it there and hopefully your cat will eat it. Because I think cats need some of that greens in their diet. I think the nutritional content in it is great for your cat, the chlorophyll. I feel like we're missing something on the vomiting. So the hills could be causing it.
He's been
When
eating
was
it
the
for a while.
when was the last time you changed your food?
He's changed it several times. Probably last time was about 6 months ago.
Okay, was he acting that way on the other food?
No, the other one made him fat. It was like dry. It was a dry cat food,
Like
which I
a
really
red
liked
bread.
because then he wasn't able to jump up on the counters, right? But now he lost weight again and he's jumping up on the counters.
Yeah. So the carbohydrate in the kibble, it does make them fat, and it is kind of hard on them. So good job with that. Look into maybe a raw dehydrated as a topper for your hills. And you could do a little sauerkraut with your dog. I mean, your cat. Sorry.
So
I
what
keep
was
calling
that
him
other
a
one?
dog.
What was the other one for the food?
Sauerkraut.
No, before that.
Dehydrated.
Dehydrated. Okay.
So there's some dehydrated cat foods. I give my cat Northwest, I think it's called, and I get it at Pet Club or something.
Okay.
I mean, they probably have it at locally at Petco or something like that. My cat lost a lot of weight on it too because there's no filler to it. So that might be a fun topper. And then vomiting to, what about colostrum? Colostrum might be a great idea. Do you know about colostrum?
I've heard of that.
So they sell colostrum over the counter at like Sprouts. I usually use Jarrow Prime Life, but online they probably have colostrum specifically for cats and dogs. And it's an immune builder. I give it like an hors d'oeuvre, like the pancreatin before the meal, and they love it. That you just open the capsule and they can lick it up. And that might help his GI tract repair also. When was the last time you dewormed him?
Oh, I'm not sure. I'm gonna have to ask. Probably when he's really good about taking him to the vet. So he gets whatever he needs. So
Cool.
He's 2 years old. 2 years old.
Okay. Look into a parasite. When was the last time you went to the vet?
Oh, probably like earlier this year. Well, now we're in quarantine, right? So normally, anytime he would have like diarrhea or he would vomit, we would take him to the vet just to make sure.
Cool.
But we haven't had a chance now.
And does he get to go outdoors, or is he strictly
No,
indoors?
he's strictly indoor cat.
Okay. So if there's not a parasite situation, I would definitely look into your environment, your toxins.
There was some bugs that got in the house, though. He was chasing the bugs, so I don't know if that.
No, that was
Like
exciting.
feeding them.
He sounds like that was exciting for him. I mean, and are you guys stimulating him enough?
Yes, we have
Okay.
all. Oh my gosh, he has so many toys.
Okay, so I feel like there's something more. Talk to me about your carpeting. Do you have carpeting?
All hardwood floors.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Dwight, the hardwood floor is fine. No area rugs.
No, we do have some area rugs, and then he likes to sleep on the blankets. I have
Okay.
some blankets folded up, and he'll sleep in there.
What are you washing your blankets in?
Game.
Okay, get rid of the game. So go to a non-toxic, fragrance-free, something like that.
Okay.
I think the game's a little overwhelming for pets. Dogs and cats are more sensitive. Their skin's their largest organ, right? Just like ours. And so he's absorbing all of the phthalates, all the fragrances, the synthetic fragrances.
Okay.
So let's ditch the gain. And are you feeding him tap water?
It's tap water, goes through a filter though.
Okay, Dwight. And what kind of bowls are you using?
Stainless steel.
Okay. Did you change the bowl recently?
No.
There's something up with, like, is it in a different area?
No.
It feels like there's something different. Lord, what's going on here? Jesus Christ, Nazareth, Dwight. What are you cleaning the bowls with?
A dishwashing soap.
Okay, so make sure it's safe, inert, like coconut-based soap, not like Dawn. You could run. Don't use Dawn. Do baking soda or a vinegar rinse if it's Dawn, and pull all that out. That could be getting to him too. Okay, so that feels like I got it. Anything more? I feel like there's something a little more important about the bowls. So water bowl is what? Stainless also?
Stainless steel, yeah, both of them are stainless steel.
And could you move one away from the other? Like he feels, are they together?
Yeah, they're in that little thing, the 2-feeder that's raised a little bit.
Okay. He hates that. I keep getting like this, move it, move it. Is it where the bowls are? He wants it on the ground.
He wants the bowls on the ground?
Yeah, he wants to reach down, and it's part of the digestion. So it's part of the mastication, the saliva, the chewing.
Okay.
All of that. Try moving your bowls to the ground. And you could leave one of the bowls up and one of the bowls down. I don't know why.
Okay.
But he
just
feels
separate
like,
them. Maybe they're too close together.
Yeah, he doesn't want to smell his food when he drinks, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, so separate them, see how that goes. And I'm done. He's like, okay, I'm out.
Okay. And his food is next to his litter box where he eats. Is that?
Oh, that's probably where it's like smelling gross too.
Oh, okay.
That's nasty. No food and litter box at the same time.
Oh, how far apart should they be?
According to the Holy Spirit regarding Dwight, about a mile. So, probably in a separate room.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah. So why is it not in the kitchen?
Because it's my son's cat, so he had everything in his room. So
okay.
Yeah.
Well, he kind of feels like he's as much your cat as your son's cat. So what's up with that?
Okay, good. Well, because
he's like, I'm not your son's cat. He's only part-time your son's cat.
Yeah. Well, yeah, everybody picks him up. So we all treat him like a little baby.
Okay.
And he loves being carried, I hope. Do you like being carried?
He adores it. Like, it's almost strange. I mean, I'm watching him just like lounge around. I'm like, oh, gosh, I wish I could do that with my cat. She'd kill me. So yeah, move his food into the community area. He likes to call it the community area because he feels like it's the community area.
Okay.
And so he wants to be part of the family, not part of the litter box.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. He's excited. Let me know how that goes, by the way.
Yeah. Awesome. Yeah. Thank you.
You're welcome. God
Thank
bless.
you, Poppy.
Okay, you guys. Is there anybody else? Sherry, I see you. Shara, I see that you're on there. Are you guys okay with all the time we're taking? Okay, sorry about this.
This is so interesting.
I didn't expect this to go so long.
It's awesome. I'm enjoying this thoroughly. Like, I'm laughing, but it's like all these truths you're dropping. I'm like, how'd she know? You know, it's like you're in my brain.
It cracks me up that your dad's dog's like, what is this? I'm like, that makes total sense. Okay, Cheryl, what's up? What's your pet? I lost you.
Oh, hold on. I have a call.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh, am I back? There we go. I just hopped on because it looked intriguing, and I was like, "Oh, what's going on here?"
Right on. We're doing pet prayers, and the Holy Spirit's doing some prophetic information and words of knowledge.
That's pretty cool. Well, I don't know. I got 6
Yeah,
cats,
man.
so they all eat well, and they know their spots. And their litter box is 2.5 acres, so we're good there.
That's awesome. So you're a cat woman.
Yeah, I have a dog too. Let's see.
I remember your live about how you're not really a cat woman until you get 7.
That's right. No cat lady here until you get past 6 or 7. As long as I got 6. Yeah.
You're not a cat woman. I have news for you. You're a cat woman.
Watch it.
You love those cats. You dream of those cats.
I do love my cats. You're right.
The Holy Spirit says you are a good cat woman to the kingdom.
Aw, I do love them all.
Yeah, you talk to your animals like they're humans, and that's a beautiful thing. And you love the routine that you've created. Like they've all jived with your routine. Like you line them all up and they all come happy. And if they don't come happy, you know to go get it. You know that something's a little off there. The Lord loves your heart for your little animal companions, and you fight for them. Like you're on it. If they're just a little under the weather, you are freaking out. So the Holy Spirit says you're conscientious and you're concerned and you watch well and you know it when they're not right. You could live without the dead animal offerings that maybe 1 or 2 love to leave you on the porch or something. Is that true?
Say that one more time.
The dead animal offerings that some of your cats like to gift you with. It's just a little hardcore, you know. So the Holy Spirit heard you talk to him about it. You're like, Lord, I just don't really want these dead animal offerings.
Leave them in the yard.
They're not. Sorry. I mean, you can pray about it and tell them through the Holy Spirit. Thank you. But better off away from here.
Yeah, last spring, it was snake after snake. Like there must have been like, hatchlings where they were finding them all. And every day I'd come out and I'd be like, really? Another one? So of course I'd save them. I'd get the pitchfork, pick them up, throw them out in the back pasture. Because I don't want them to die, of course. But,
right.
But yeah.
Lord,
that's funny.
Lord, in your son's name, Jesus Christ of Nazareth, is there anything else we need to talk about? Share as pets? Yes, about it. So tell me about your dog a little bit. Who's your dog? Your dog is like the joy of your life.
Bella. She's here, you want to see her? Bella.
All I see is she there? Maybe I need to come on
Bella. I'm trying to see. There she is.
Oh, she's a Rottie.
Sweet.
Oh,
yeah.
Bella. So beautiful.
Yes, we started walking since quarantine, so that's the big. She loves that. She like calls me out every morning, literally like.
That's so awesome. Dogs love it. You guys have to keep walking your dogs, even if you have property. It's so much fun for them. They love it, and plus it helps their pack behavior because remember they're pack animals. So the human family becomes their pack. So
I have a question for you.
Okay.
About Miss Princess. Is she a bully?
Bella?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
She's laughing when the Holy Spirit says she likes being a bully. She's like the saint and the sinner all in one. So she feels like she knows better, but she can't help herself.
Yeah, she ran our other dog off. Literally, it lives down the road.
She's okay with that. Yeah.
Yeah.
She's like, I'm totally good. She thought that dog was not the best dog for you. She felt like that dog never listened.
So that's her opinion. That's her opinion.
Yeah. So that is her opinion. Plus, she felt like that dog ate too much.
Oh, Bella. Bella's like, give me all the snack. Don't you give that other dog actually, don't give the cats the snack either.
I mean, she doesn't, she's competitive. Bella's competitive. Absolutely.
Bella.
She's into you. She's always on point. How long have you owned Bella? Did you go through your breast cancer event with Bella?
No.
Okay.
No, I've only had Bella probably 2 years. She's probably 3.
Okay.
She's a rescue, actually.
She's beautiful rescue. So she feels like she's your defender and protector, because I almost feel like when things get a little too wild, she actually backs down a little bit. Does she get a little like, whoa, a little apprehensive? So she looks.
Well, when you said,
she looks
when things get a little wild. Yeah, she looks like she's like she almost is, but she's not.
Girl.
So, well, when you said like when things get like when the kids are together and they're screaming and running and doing all that, she doesn't do well with that at all. Like she's growling at the kids, and so I, you know what I mean. I put her up. Like
it's overloading her. Like she has a hard time filtering fun and fight. So she can't figure out what fun and fight is, and it hits her prey drive even. So she feels like she could get a little psycho on that, just because it's making the adrenaline pump and the blood pump. So yeah, be careful at that. She doesn't ever want to hurt your family members ever, but she also feels like she can ramp up and get a little excited, almost to the point of like knocking you over.
Yep.
So she feels like her butt can be a weapon. She feels like her butt swings and knocks into things, and she's better about it than she used to be, but she feels like she was a little bit of a bull in the china shop a little bit.
Yeah, we've had to do some obedience training for sure.
That's good.
She's probably one of the smartest dogs, most, like just listens on command, heels, does, like I don't walk her with a leash. She's all voice command. She's amazing.
That's awesome.
But I don't take her to dog parks either. We go out into the woods. I avoid all that because it just, for me, dog parks are too chaotic. People don't, their dogs are obnoxious. I don't like.
Well, and dogs carry like coccidia and other diseases that are highly contagious and can run through the dog park really fast. Plus, dog park people are opinionated, and your dog's intimidating. So you don't need a lawsuit. And a dog that has that kind of look, people might scream, "It's your dog's fault," when it may not have been. So,
right,
absolutely, you're smart to err to caution. Protect yourself. Your dog weighs a lot. So if you did get in a situation that was a little dicey, she could outweigh you because she is strong. So just set her up for the win like you're doing. You're doing a great job. Talk to me about her. She's talking about eating off a plate. Do you feed her off a plate or a bowl?
Well, she eats out of a bowl, but she does get table food, but she doesn't get it every day. She doesn't, and I don't give it, like I ration her portions with that because I know, it makes them sick. I'm not a big treat giver either, other than maybe some table scraps. That's about it for her.
So as long as it's not like high fat table scraps and onions and things like that, it's not a horrible thing for her. And I think she could use more veggies.
She likes broccoli.
Yeah, let her eat it. It's great for her. It's anti-cancer.
Yeah.
Let her have it added on the broccoli. Greens are good for her. She could use more greens. And it makes her happy. So maybe a carrot occasionally. I wouldn't do carrots every day because I think they're a little on the sweet side, but that's my opinion. So whatever she can chew on like that is fun for her. And
Okay.
Lord, is there anything else you want to talk about regarding Bella? She is a gift from God to you. So I felt like you dreamt of her prior to getting her.
So it's interesting that you say that, because she reminds me of the first dog that I ever got, like as an adult. Her name was Zima. And literally, like, so for Zima, I could say, don't be rude. And she would turn her head, like if I was eating, because, you know, there's nothing worse than a begging dog. So I was like, don't be rude. And she'd turn her head. So the first time I ever said that to Bella, she turned her head. Like, it gave me chills. I was like, oh my gosh, that is like Zima 100%. And Zima and I were like at the hip. You know, I had her for 15 years. Wow. And Bella just seemed to like slide right into that slot. So it's kind of funny that you say that.
Yeah. So she's definitely a gift from God to you. So that's beautiful. Do you have any questions?
No, I'm pretty, like, just fascinated by what you're saying. I'm taking it all in. I'm like, yeah, my dog likes me. Woo, my cat's like me too. Yay. So, I do have a question so I had 4, so now I'm at 6. So I got these 2, I'll call them the twins.
Okay.
They're pretty much the twins. So what's their deal? Like, they don't listen. Like, all my cats, I call them by their name, and all my cats will come by their name. And then these 2 are pretty much like, yeah, peace out, sister. And I'm like, are you serious right now?
They're brothers and sister, right? I mean, they're literally
brothers. Yes, okay. They're brothers.
So they are so connected, they do their own thing. Like, if they weren't necessarily litter mates, they would probably be way more independent. But since they grew up together, they're like bad boys together. So they're active. Like, these cats are on the move all the time, like ADD almost.
Yeah, they're at my neighbor's yard right now, and I'm like, that's danger zone. There's dogs over there. I should call them and see if they listen. Get over here.
Pray first. Remember, it says preach the gospel to all creatures, and then your outcome might be better. So
all right.
I feel like the Garden of Eden, we could all talk to each other, right? Like, if a snake came down and told you to eat something and nothing ever talked to you, you'd be like, why are you talking to me, snake? So the fact that a snake came down and coerced Eve to eat something must not have been that bizarre of an experience. But I mean, I'm just thinking out loud. But, right? So I believe heaven on earth, we can all communicate to each other because we're all created by God.
Right.
Yeah, so talk to your cats more, even though you already do talk to them all the time.
There's one. Look at me. I could call them and they would all come, and I could be like, oh, that's so-and-so, and this is so-and-so, and this is so-and-so. It's funny when my friends come over and I'm like, hey, you want to meet them? And they're like, yeah. And I call them and they all start coming from out from underneath the shed or the, you know, or the, wherever they are. They all just come out from the plant. I think it's kind of funny. Start training my dogs and my cats.
Fantastic.
So what are you feeling about Scooter? Scooter's a trip. He's my boy. I think that cat's
Scooter's a different cat. Scooter's the wise cat. Right?
Yeah.
Scooter's like the head, not necessarily the head cat. So Scooter's funny because he's actually the head cat, but he lets other head cats think that they're head cats.
That would be Scooter.
Yeah. Yeah, so Scooter's cool. Scooter's nothing really bothers Scooter. Scooter knows his place in life. He knows that other cats think they're hot cats, and he knows that he's steady Eddie, solid, and he is your favorite. He thinks he knows that you love all the cats, but he feels like you love him more than all the other ones.
Scooter.
So he's the solid one. He's the leader of the pack, but he lets the younger ones think that they're leader of the pack. He also wants to talk about like some sort of gift you give him occasionally. So I don't know if you give him a treat or like maybe just extra special love and more so than the other cats, and tell him he's the best cat in the world. So do you do that?
Well, I feel like he gets like jealous, kind of like if he doesn't have that extra little oomph, then he gets a little bit of an attitude.
True.
So then I bring him in.
So he makes you give him a little
Well, I like, because he's just so lovable. He's like, oh, Mom, and he puts his paws on my face.
Oh, that's
he's like, Mama, I love you too. And I'm like, I know, buddy, you're my favorite.
See,
but he's good, and he does have a toy, but it's kind of to get covert here. he really likes the toy. Like, he really likes the toy. I'm like I had to explain to my daughter about the birds and the bees because of his relationship with this toy. True story.
So he's had this toy for how long?
Well, I think I got him, neutered too late or something. I don't know what happened, but I was like, bro, never in my life ever seen anything like it. I was like, dude. So anytime he sees that toy, oh yeah, he grabs it by the back of his neck and he just loves on that baby toy.
So is that the special
all right,
thing?
buddy.
Is that the special thing that no other cat has?
Oh, 100%. He's the only cat ever in my whole entire life that I've ever come across that has ever like it kind of freaked me out. I'm like, this dude's weird. Like, dude, you got issues. But that's his deal.
They might not have got it all, but he doesn't have that tomcat face, right?
No, actually, he really looks kind of bad.
He looks like a gelded cat, or a neutered cat, gelded.
I know, right?
But I think the dominance thing that he has a sex toy.
It's the weirdest thing. Oh yeah, you can. I mean, shoot, he could probably be 2 houses down. You could pick it up, and shake it, he'd come running. Like, I hid it from him. Like, it was bad. This is my cats are primarily outside.
This is kitty porn.
This is my. I'm telling you, I've never seen anything like it. I really have never. And I've had a lot of cats. Mind you, got to keep in mind, I've probably had cats for the last 20 years, 6 at a time. They disappear. You know how cats are. They disappear. Things happen. And then I'll have 4. And I think I had 7 for like 6 months. So I was cat lady for 6 months. And then now we're down to 6. And, so it gets to like, it's almost like once a year or whatever, something, I'm like, and I just look at them and, my heart hurts, like which one is next? But they don't really run off. I mean, they pretty much stay. I know, because maybe that's why I give them so much attention. You know what I mean? Because I pet each one of them. I call each one of them by name. You know what I mean? I do my little petting, and then they rotate who gets to sleep with me at night. You got to have
That's awesome. That's really special. That's so sweet. Oh, you froze, Shara.
I did. Well, I thought y'all were frozen. I was like,
Am
I
I
wasn't here all live.
I think it's my internet. Okay, you guys, is there anybody that I have not prayed for? And
Thank you.
Just Misha.
Okay, Misha's back. Thank you, Lord, for Misha. God, is there something through your Holy Spirit you want to share with Misha or about Misha? In Jesus' name, amen. So how old, Misha?
I don't know. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, good. Misha is 4.5, 5 years old. She is a rescue. We believe that she's Labrador and Burmese. She was a mama dog, and she pumped out quite a few babies, and then was rescued. So
it feels like she battles depression a little bit. Do you think she still harbors a little trauma and sadness?
I think she might.
Yeah. So when I was praying about it, I felt like this heaviness. She of course loves you guys. She's all, I'm out. So there are some holistic things we can do for dog depression. She's had a hard life. The life that she has with you is great. She loves her life with you. Are you getting her out? She feels like you used to get her out more. Is that true?
Okay. Sorry, she's off playing. Actually, Brian takes her out for 2 really long walks a day, and then probably 3 or 4 times more. So,
what about you? She wants you.
Me.
She said, yeah, you quit
yes.
walking with her.
Yeah, we haven't been since COVID. I haven't been doing it as much. She's kind of a therapy dog for Brian, who has got seizure issues. So she's very bonded with Brian, and I guess I've dropped off because I think it's better for him than to take it away from him.
But she also feels like you need her also. In fact, she feels like she is also your therapy dog. She knows when you're overwhelmed. She knows when you're exhausted. And I feel like there might be an autoimmune issue with you or something. So she gets it when you are jacked up, like your joints hurt, you're fatigued. So she's everyone's therapy dog.
Yeah, she probably is.
Yeah. So she says you need to walk a little bit more, even if you go part way. And she feels like that's good bonding between you and Brian and her.
Does she want more multiple? Does she want individual walks or multiple walks?
She wants you to walk with Brian and her a little bit. She feels like there's a sweetness to the family walking together as a unit.
Because on Saturday, I had the trainer come and work with us on that because she gets so confused when we're all together. So I guess that was money well spent.
Yeah, good job. That's awesome. Praise God.
Yeah.
So keep working on that. She thinks that it'll get better and better. Don't let it stress you. It's just something we've got to work through. So she's the only dog in the household, right?
She's the only. I live in a 3-flat. And then there's another dog in the building that just joined the building, and he's a puppy, Luca.
Okay, but not in your family.
No.
Okay. She doesn't want another dog in the family. She wants to be the only dog, but she doesn't mind having a dog friend here and there. She seems to think that she had a dog friend that she loved, but that dog didn't necessarily love her as much. And that kind of broke her heart.
Oh.
Does that make sense?
Don't know.
So it feels like she looked forward to seeing a local dog, and that local dog just like could care less about her. So she was like, am I top liver? Am I not pretty enough for you?
We have a little dog. We have a little dog friend. My best friend has a little dog, and they pop in every now and then. And that dog kind of has that kind of personality. Like, oh well, could do that.
So what's that?
Sorry?
The little dog, what's its name?
Taffy.
Misha Wickerstrand. Is it Taffy? Yeah, Taffy's pretty independent. Misha likes to play with other dogs, not a lot, but she wants some dog interaction. And so, you know, she's been a mama. She's had puppies. She has a mothering instinct to her, and none of these dogs are allowing her to be a mother to them. But she's a mother to you guys in a way. So that's great. So she really loves being a mother role to humans. She would even be a mother role to ducks. Like she feels like she could take in other animals and be a mother to them.
So I live in the city, and she has a pretty high prey instinct. Like after the mice in the alley and the rats and the little rabbits that show up every now and then from the park. So we don't interact with little animals much.
Okay. And she's okay on leash around those animals, or is she jerking you around? Is that why you don't walk her as much?
Oh no, that has nothing to do with it. She just no, it's just been trying to schedule, making sure that no, the prey instinct, we've been working on that for ever since we've had her. So I think she came from Missouri, and so I'm sure she had wide open spaces and was feeding herself on those animals. Yeah. But here, that's not an issue with walking. I'm aware of it, so I've worked with mostly Aussies and had multiple of those, and did therapy training and not racing, but obstacle courses with them. This one is a lot different, different part of my life. So I'm comfortable around animals and what they're doing. The prey instinct, though, is what I think worries more Brian when he's walking Misha around the city and smaller dogs.
Okay, that makes sense. All right, so Lord, can you please talk to Misha about her prey instinct? Is there something we can do to help that? So you have a trainer, and it feels like you guys are doing, I don't think you do clicker, but it feels like a treat reward program, right?
Both the treat reward with the clicker, but mostly the reward.
Okay, Brian can't use the clicker and treat at the same time. Yeah, there's a confusion there. So she's totally good with it. She understands it. She sees the confusion there between clicker and food, and she gets that. She can just tell from a smile or a word like a girl that she's good. But she's never going to say no to the food.
Never.
The food that you're eating right now might be a little rich for her or salty. What are you using for treats?
Well, this past weekend, since we did the extra training, she's had like mozzarella cheese and frankfurters. So those things are probably what she's responding to.
Okay, so those aren't really good for her. Maybe go with a little fish treat or something like that, like those dehydrated minnows or something a little on the fishier side. She loves that stuff, but it's hard on her pancreas. It's hard on her liver. And it's got it, like mozzarella has a lot of salt. Hot dogs, you said, have a lot of salt. So
the trainer was giving us high value rewards, which is radically different than what she's. So this is the only dog I've had. Like I said, I've had dogs all my life, And this is the only dog I've had that we actually make the food for her. When we got her, she had constant diarrhea. And after all the tests and the worms and I can't ever say it right. Giardia, yeah. It wasn't in her system, so we just stopped doing dog food and did chicken and rice and potatoes. So right now we've cycled through quite a few things, and right now we're doing ground turkey, a combination of carrots, potatoes, and celery boiled, and then oatmeal in bone broth. So that's what she's eating right now. And then as treats, it's broccoli stalks and carrots.
Okay. On the bone broth, are you making that?
I'm not that good.
Okay. So make sure there's no onion in your bone broth.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So check that out. Make sure and watch the preservatives in that. The turkey, the ground turkey's great. Potatoes, they're nightshade, so I'm always a little suspicious. Dogs don't need that much carbs, but if you pull all the carbs out, she'll lose some weight. So if you want her to lose a little weight, you can cut your carbs down a little bit more. And then you said
mostly fur and muscle. So she doesn't have, she's mostly fur and muscle. There's nothing extra on her.
Okay, cool. So we don't want her to lose weight. So keep your caloric content up. What about, so GI tract, but are GI tracts good on this diet?
Yeah.
Great. And you can always add a little pumpkin flesh to loose stool or constipation. It works both ways, which is really nice. So her eyesight, breathing, hearing, all that's good. Her hair coat. She wishes she had a better hair coat for some reason. She wants it to be like shinier.
Shiny? So I need to go get her groomed.
Or just groom her yourself. She's all hint.
Yeah. I mean, I don't mind. I've been brushing her almost daily now with this season change. But the groomers, we just came out of, I'm in the city, in Chicago. So we're still on stay at home.
Cool. Yeah, no, you can't do anything yet, which she's okay with. She doesn't really want to go to the groomers all the time. She'd rather hang out with you guys and be brushed by you. I'm missing something about grooming, bathing.
Come here.
How often do you bathe her?
Maybe once a month.
Okay. What do you use on her?
Oatmeal shampoo.
Okay. She actually loves it.
I
so
bet.
she loves it more than what the groomer uses. She feels like your groomer is expensive and she doesn't love your groomer.
Okay.
Yeah, she feels like the groomer's a lot of smiles and a little backstabbing. Sorry. So, is that true? Pray for holy confirmation of that. I hate it when words like that.
You know, I think there was an issue with the groomer, and she went to a different company. So.
Oh, so she lost her favorite groomer, and so now she has a new groomer, which she doesn't really care about, and she feels like the groomer doesn't really care about her either.
Okay.
So does she need her nails done? Does she have a problem with getting her nails done?
She doesn't like her nails being done. Yeah.
So she's a little stressed out about her nails. Find somebody that can really do a good job with her nails and make sure that you feed her treats while you do them.
Okay.
Okay, cool. Something, Jesus Christ. So don't forget, you can walk her with Brian, you can walk her with yourself, but she feels like it's just as good for you to get out and see the great outdoors again.
Oh yeah.
and she feels like it makes you happy to like move around and get out of the house. So she wants you to get up, get out. It doesn't even have to be for a long time. She feels like you're always busy. She's worried about you never really rest. She says you'll lay down, you'll take naps, you'll do those things a little bit, but you're hard on yourself. So you have this high level of expectation for yourself, and she's worried about you. So she wants you to be able to like be more like her. She wants you to be able to like just curl up, chill out, and really accept the rest that you need. You really work hard. And she wants you to just like stop doing the laundry, stop doing the dishes, stop doing the busy work, stop putting the pressure on yourself. Okay. So Lord, I think that's it.
That's a lot.
All right. Anybody else? Did I miss anyone?
Hey, Puppy, I have a quick question for you.
Okay, Shara.
When you make their own food, should you, like, as far as the meat is concerned, is it okay to give them raw meat, or should you always cook it?
I do raw meat. I'm a raw meat feeder. I do a dehydrated raw for my cat because I don't want to waste raw meat on her. But she eats mice and has a good prey drive. She's a killer. But with my dog, she's a psycho barn cat.
I love it.
I'll share with you my cat story. Is my cat came from a house. She was getting high on the toothpaste. She was eating the xylitol and attacking the owner, and like she was a meth addict basically. And so my friends were going to euthanize her, and I was like, just bring her out here, kick her out in the barn. She's plenty mean because she's like psycho, and let her fend for herself. And she's detoxed out. She's great outside. And when she's in the house, she reverts kind of back to that weirdness, but outside she's great. So you guys, xylitol is in toothpaste. It's in Tic Tacs. You guys, it's very deadly. It's amazing this cat lived through that. And they found her sucking on the toothpaste and the toothbrushes and getting high. So watch that. When you transition your dog or cat to raw, just start with little tiny pieces, like little treats here and there, because it takes a whole different enzymatic structure to break down raw. So you can't just slap a bunch of raw on the plate. There's a transition point to it. You probably do want to do pancreatin or some enzymes. If you do, and you've got to meet your micro and macronutrients, and you know cats have to have taurine. So make sure there's some, Dr. Karen Becker has some cooked and raw recipes. She has a book out. She's the #1 holistic vet in the nation. I trust her. I think she does a lot of research. So check out her program. I always add kelp, spirulina, things like that. I love that stuff, and it has a ton of nutrition to it. I'm also a big fan of moringa, but a little goes a long way. Like I give moringa to horses, and they get psycho on it. I mean, like if you have some geriatric horses, you'll watch them just like go crazy, which you don't want them to hurt themselves, but it's fun to see them have like a second childhood. So there's some things out there. Herbs have nutritional values, so not just medicinal values, so you can use it as food also. Does that help?
Yeah, well, you brought up moringa, and I have a moringa tree because I put it in, smoothies and things like that, or tea. And I can give that to my dog?
Yes.
Oh.
Absolutely.
There's her greens.
You can make her a dog smoothie. So moringa, start with just a little moringa, do it by itself, see how it processes through her. She's already a strong, happy, vital dog. You may not like how much more vital she is on it. So just whatever you would like, adjust as needed.
And spirulina too, because I have the little tablets or whatever. I can give her that too.
Yes. Spirulina
Like a
is
half a one, maybe.
start her small. Give her, if you're gonna go raw, it will be a major component in her nutritional value. So start her on like a quarter of a teaspoon, and you could probably go up to a third. Just depends. I mean, she's eating broccoli already, which is fantastic. So if you have a high green content, you won't need so much spirulina. But if your dog won't eat greens, I would up the spirulina. And it's great for metabolism.
Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know. Man, I'm
Awesome.
so glad I hopped onto this call. God,
Amazing, Poppy.
Okay, you
Thank
guys.
you so much.
Thank you so much for being on this call, you guys. Delia, thank you for organizing this. I'm so honored to be a part of this.
Thank you for joining this. I mean, like what you do, I've just never seen anything like it. It's so amazing.
Wow.
Like, move over Caesar Milan. Like, we got the pet whisperer in town who's doing it with the Holy Spirit. Like, wow. So yes, I'm so glad you offered this time. And for those of you that may watch this later or that are watching on Facebook, I did, during this time, I was able to upload the videos into the Facebook unit section. So it was already available on the website, but now the layer 5 videos are available in the unit section of the Facebook group, and Poppy's video is in there. So we kind of talk animals and a lot of scriptures and all of that fun stuff. So yeah, that's it for this segment. And then maybe I'll still be going live at 5 for general Q&A. So this was all about the pets, but yeah, so if you guys have other questions, see me at 5 and I will help y'all out there. So thank you again, Poppy. This was so special, so amazing.
Yes.
Poppy.
Thank
you.
Bye to all the pets.
Bye. Thank
Love
you.
all.
Kiss your pet for me. Kiss your pets.
Yes.